The Burn Journals by Brent Runyon. Warning: the following content will contain sensitive content and subject matter discussing the plot of the story. Viewer discretion advised. Summary: the story is told from the perspective of a 14-year-old boy named Brent. Brent gives a first-person account of the process following a full-body burn incident. The majority of the events take place in the hospital where Brent undergoes a long recovery process. Along this process, Brent encounters a series of nurses, doctors, psychologists, family, friends, and even famous people showing support for his critical conditions. What caused all of these severe conditions for Brent? After setting a fire in his school, he figured the best way to avoid the consequences of his actions was to burn himself. This mentality was not the best route to resolve his conflict at school. This idea leads into a few lessons learned from Brent's scenario. One general theme of the story would be that all actions come with consequences. In the case of the novel, Brent made a mistake, and instead of owning up to it and accepting punishments of his actions, he goes to drastic measures in order to avoid them. Another lesson to be learned from Brent's story would be that your actions not only affect you directly, but also the people around you. The physical harm of his body is not the only thing that had to be overcome from his situation. He caused great scare throughout his family that could have been avoided at the expense of owning up to his actions. One more lesson to be learned from what happened to Brent would be the importance of seeking help for mental health. He gave prominent signs of self-harm to his friends. Instead of them speaking up and preventing his self-harm, it was ignored. This should never be the case. When someone is showing signs of wanting to harm themselves, those signs should not be taken lightly. It is important to go seek help for peers. Through the telling of a story, Brent used unique syntax and diction that contributed to the book's authenticity. The short, choppy, and random sentences expressing his thoughts feels like the story is coming from the mind of a 14-year-old that he was. This is one aspect that really stands out. The literary work is a simple read that addresses some of life's most prominent issues among both adolescents and adults. Fire. In the Burn Journals, fire is symbolic for destruction. It not only causes physical destruction, but it demolishes other tangibles of his life. It destroys a year of Brent's opportunity to live an ordinary teenage life. Instead, Brent is stuck in the hospital having to learn how to talk, walk, eat, and be his ordinary self again. Fire is the cause to his problems at school and the reason he had to be in the hospital for such a long period of time, undergoing numerous surgeries and therapy sessions. Overall, I feel this is a good young adult book considering the syntax Brent Runyon uses. This book can definitely teach teens the importance of their actions and consequences that come with it. It also brings mental health into the light as there can never be enough awareness on the issue. The book is recommended for those who seek a story on the subject matter. The Burn Journals by Brent Runyon. Warning. The following content will contain sensitive content and subject matter discussing the plot,